Today we're going to be replacing the band gear. These are the band axle gear. This gear is the one that the band rides on. It's composed of an axle, the two plastic sides, and two black bushings. Okay? We're first going to start off by powering off the vending machine. And we're going to put the basket here in this section so we can remove the two front screws. Alright, we're going to set this aside. Remove the cardboard panel. Set that aside. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to disconnect this cable for the front sensor emitter. Okay. And we're also going to disconnect the cable for the pallet emitter. Okay. And in the process, we're going to have to remove this sensor bar, so we're just going to go ahead and do it right now. Carefully, you don't damage with the screwdriver the sensor bar. You're going to remove the screws. You're going to set those aside. To remove the sensor bar, you will have to just simply press in the center just a little bit so it flares out the sides. Okay, slide it just like about a centimeter or half a centimeter towards the left. Bring it forward and it comes out. Okay, we're gonna set this aside. Now we have the elevator basket. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna remove the elevator basket. There are three tabs: this one, and this one. I'm gonna first start off by this tab. We're gonna pull on it and just shift it out of place towards you. Then we go to the bottom one. We pull on this tab towards us and we shift the basket up like so. And then the last one is this one over here. We push up on the tab. Okay, once it releases, we pull forward towards us the basket. Now the basket is kind of released. It's just held in place from the back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna push back on this panel while at the same time we're pulling on the basket, and that releases the basket from that metal bracket. Once it's completely off like this, we're gonna put it at an angle like so, and we're gonna remove it. Okay, now what we're replacing are these gears, this one or this one right here. We can replace them both at the same time or just one at a time. For that, we need to take apart the basket as well. There is one screw that is all the way down here. I want to ensure we get that we're gonna have to remove. Okay. Go ahead and undo that screw. Once we undo that screw, we can shift the basket out of position. Now, on the metal bracket, which is the center bracket that holds the gears and everything together, there are slots and there's tabs on the black plastic section here. We're gonna push up into this tab. Again, this is the front of the basket. This tab is right here. I'm gonna push on that, and we're gonna slide. I just slided this basket this way, just to right, and it just comes off in sections. Put that aside, and then on the other side, we flip it around. There's another tab. We're gonna locate that tab, press on the tab, and we shift it, and it comes out. And again, these are three sections. We're just gonna put that aside. Here now we have the center bracket that holds the gears. Okay, it is very important when we put this back together that we make sure we put the gear in the proper orientation with this white gear where it goes as well. If we notice, this bracket is squared. It's cut squared in the back, or on the left hand side it's cut squared, and I say left hand side according to the orientation it goes on in the elevator in the machine. So square here, and it has like a cut ramp on this side towards the right hand side, and this gear goes right here only. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna remove this gear. By removing this screw, and go ahead and access that. Set that aside. I'm gonna pop this gear out. Now notice this gear has it's like this on this side, and the other side is flat. So we make sure when you put it, it goes like the flatter side in, like that. Okay. Now we're ready to remove the axle gears. Okay. If you notice, the one where you put the this gear on is flat. It's kind of squared, okay, and the other one is round and is flush. So it's actually easier to take out this gear from the side that is flush than from this side. So here you have to pry apart the metal. Okay, just pry it apart just a little bit, like that, and we have to pop it out of place. This little black bushing that's here is very important that we remove it, and when we exchange the gear, we replace it as well, and it has to go in. So once that looses, black bushing, I'm gonna put it in place. Okay, and then simply what I do is I just stretch this over the top, pops it in place. You push the metal what you want to do is sometimes this catch is right here, so you want to make sure it's apart. It's not there, and it clicked into place. Again, double checking that the tab's locked. Okay, we're gonna flip the basket around, and once this is lined up, we can go ahead and put our screw back in there. Like to grab the screw right here, put it up like so. Once we go ahead and tighten that up, we can go ahead and reinsert the basket back into the elevator. Let's walk over to the elevator. We're gonna go ahead and pull this cable out of the way, insert the basket at a slight angle like so. You can lift this bar too. Okay, once it's in there like that, we can go ahead and lift from the front, reposition this metal bracket over the plastic basket. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and push this tab in and down. This one in, that one snapped into place. This one snapped into place, and that one pretty much snaps into place. Now we can go ahead and pull back our front sensor bar. Front sensor bar has an LED. Just an LED indicator, goes on the left hand side like so. We're gonna put the bottom edge over these tiny little black tabs inside like that. This one falls over the other ones. So you push in a little bit, it flares out, side switch to right, and these holes are ready to go position. We grab a screwdriver, and I'm gonna go ahead and put those in. Slightly tug it in place, not too tight. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and put this connector. This connector only fits in one way, so right on here, connection. And very important, do not forget this cable. That's another little white connector right on here. Okay, now we can put our cardboard back on. Our metal bracket. This metal bracket, you have to put it over this side, over the black plastic lid here. Okay? It doesn't go just like that, it goes over. It hooks onto there. Put that in place. And we're going to put our 2 screws, making sure we do not over tighten it. Okay, and we're done.